Hello there, my fellow Holotable heroes, and welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. So, you made your way through the heroic Sith raid phases with your Rey, Jedi, Check Mix, and Night Sister teams. And now, it's kitchen sink time, in phase 4, with only Cyan and Traya left. As Traya's getting more and more crazy, there isn't really one magical strategy here anymore, therefore this video isn't really a how-to guide as my others before. It's more of a fun video showing various teams I have left and just how much damage they can do. Any team that can do more than 200k or 2% or so damage is good in my books, guys. The first team I usually chuck in is my first order. Ideally you would have Executioner in this team instead of the pilot, but I don't have him leveled up. I also like to use Phasma in here so she can clear bonds of weakness when my guys lose protection, as well as boost everyone's turn meter. This run that you're seeing right here was not very good, as the minions had full turn meter to start with from my previous attack. So my main Kylo got shocked and stunned straight away. I also misplayed it on a couple of spots, but as my guild clears this last bit of phase in about 15 minutes, there is no time to retreat and try again, as I would just lose out on the damage. So as you can see, I did about 3%, which is 300k damage. Normally I would nearly double this when I have a good run. Okay, on to my next team. I throw in Jedi and Wampa. The whole idea is trying to call Wampa to assist as many times as possible, as he is your main damage dealer. So use Ezra, Kenobi's mass assist, and also when Barriss does a heal, everybody will assist because of Kenobi's leadership ability. Now sometimes when Hermit Yuana manages to escape in phase 2, I would use him here instead of Barriss. He's a better healer, as well as Grandmaster's training boosts everyone's damage. The only annoyance here in this team is that anti-foresight kit that Traya has going on. So every time Kenobi applies foresight to himself and another ally, they might get stunned. So it's a bit annoying. So once again here I did about 3% or 300k damage with this team, which isn't bad. But I have posted before like maybe 500k, which is about 5% if I still have Hermit Yoda available, so he's definitely a better fit than Barriss. Okay, on to the next one. Now it's time for all those bounty hunters that I had to gear up to unlock Chewie to get in and do some damage. Let's see what I can do. Now as their kit is pretty straightforward, I sometimes just kind of like half autoplay it. Just stopping when I need to remove Isolate from Bosk or cleanse bonds of weaknesses with Cad Bane. Not much else to say here really. I try to use Unbreakable Will when Traya has about 4 turns left, as sometimes she just goes bananas last few turns and I don't even have a chance to use it, so better use it early than not at all. So there you go, another 3% 300k score here, which I think this is actually my personal best with bounty hunters for this part of the phase. I would normally do maybe like 250k, so I'm very happy with this run, absolutely. Okay, let's see who's next. Ah yeah, time for Throne Lead with Imperial Troopers. Now here I really wish I would have Range Trooper, as Short Trooper doesn't really add much benefit. Same as with other teams, no real strategy here, just trying to hit Traya as many times as possible while trying to keep everyone alive until enrage. There goes my Short Trooper. Didn't even manage to use his Unbreakable Will, but no time to retreat and try again. As mentioned before, I will just miss out on the damage if I do. Well, not a bad score after all, did almost 3% again, so not bad at all. Now next up is my own Traya team. I don't find Nihilus particularly useful here, as he doesn't really get his Annihilate out fast enough, which would do about 100k damage. Therefore I just use Palpatine instead, so he can add offense up to all allies, which boosts your damage. And an additional boost to damage you get when you isolate Raid Traya and then attack her. You get critical damage up on top of your offense up, so you know this Sith team can post a respectable score. Now in this case here showing I didn't have a particularly good run, but I have managed before to post over 500k damage, which is about 5%, whereas in this video I've done half of that. As you can see, my guild is really going through quickly through this phase. I probably have only time for one more attack, for which I will use Ewoks, which are geared up to unlock 3PO. Now here Logray probably isn't the best option, as Trey has all this anti-foresight kit going on, but these are my only high gear Ewoks, so we'll use him anyway. Maybe Ewok Scout would be better here if I would have him at gear 12, as he can hit pretty hard. So just trying to time the unbreakable will on Paplu just before he gets killed. Maybe having Zeta on him and Logray would increase his survivability, but those Zetas are not the luxury I currently have, as I'm stocking up Zetas for the next release of Darth Revan and Malak. Didn't even get to enrage this time, but still managed 275k damage, which is nearly 3%, so I'm very happy with that. I don't think my Ewok team has ever scored more than 200k damage, so a really good score for me. And there you go, my guild cleared the raid, so I have no more time for another team to try out. So in total, during the kitchen sink time, I did about 1.7 million damage, which is about 70%, so I think that's pretty good. I hope you enjoyed this slightly different video, and now it's time for me to pray to RNG to grant me some amazing rewards in an hour. But in the meantime, why don't you let me know in the comments below what kitchen sink teams are you using and what kind of scores are you getting. And as always, thank you for watching, and may the force be with you, my friends.